Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Donalyn P. Sala from Group 6, and our topic for today is all about managing and marketing businesses in the tourism and hospitality industry. And here are the other members of Group 6. Managing tourism and hospitality industry. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working in groups efficiently achieve desired outcomes. It is characterized by the process of keeping and directing all parts of the organization. The most common business through the development and manipulation of resources like human, financial, material, intellectual, and intangible. Tourism management refers to the activities associated with travel planning, while hospitality management is the administration of activities in the place where people meet, such as restaurant, casino, convention center, theme park, and shopping mall. Hospitality and tourism strategic planning. A strategy is an action plan developed by a specific organization to meet its objectives. This is predicted on how various engagements will be connected in order to be successful. A good strategy aids a firm in achieving unmatched growth that over time improves sales, profitability, and market leadership. Strategic management is supposed to assist in decision making that will enhance the achievement of long-term objectives. In other words, strategic management is the only way that the organization's goals, missions, and visions are specified mostly in programs and projects so that the set objectives are fully achieved. Next is the steps in hospitality and tourism strategic planning. First is develop strategy, vision, and mission. The necessity to create vision and mission that will provide guidance on how the entire process will be carried out is the reason why this is the first phase in strategic management process. This will ultimately guide and give roadmap that makes its execution easy. The strategy must be in line with the short-term and long-term objectives. Second is analyze the internal and external environment. Analyzing the environment in which the plan will be implemented is crucial. The environment has significant impact on whether the strategies will work as intended. To know where to improve and achieve the objectives stated, it is essential to look both internal and external environment. The third one is refine options and choices. It goes without saying that having options and making decisions during the process will help one develop effective plans for strategic management. It will be simple to examine the numerous flaws that each alternative has while narrowing options. When this is finished, selecting the best options among various existing options will be simple. The fourth one is plan. So a plan is necessary in giving a roadmap that the whole process will undertake. This will provide details on how the set objectives will be achieved and also to know what to do next as the plan stipulates. The fifth one is implement. So after completing the steps 1 and 4, we must put the strategy into action. Only through implementation it can be determined whether the entire process will be successful, and proper implementation is critical because it allows management to identify the obstacles that must be addressed in carrying out the strategies. So the last one is evaluate. So evaluation aid in determining the effectiveness of the strategy that has been implemented. This is in the terms of determining whether or not the objectives were met. A proper evaluation can be performed by examining the existing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The importance of strategic management in hospitality and tourism business. So the industry need to have strategic management process for unity, direction, and sense of identity in achieving business goals. Strategic management will help the industry to achieve their organizational goals in an efficient and effective manners. So the industry is expanding and requires direction with strategic management in place. The industry will be able to establish more developed management structures that will aid in its growth and development. This can be effectively done with a well laid out plan that has a future outlook, and if an organization has a strategic vision, it will always result to a good operation which will benefit both the organization and the employee. That is why strategic management is very important.
The organizing function of management in tourism and hospitality. Organizing is the work managers do to bring order to the relations between people and work. It is about using a plan to bring together the physical, financial, and other available resources and use them to achieve the organization plan. It uses different types of plans such as strategic, tactical, operational, contingency plans to achieve organizational goals. Having this in business is paramount to the success of an organization. You'd use a plan and information and the resources you have or which you need and arranges the resources to the right task. It all comes down to giving your team or department the tools it needs to execute the plan. By organizing the resources, one can also lay the groundwork for daily operations. Organizing is also essential for making sure the business can run smoothly and it relates to daily operations. So why is organizing essential? In terms of finances, you can ensure that you don't waste money on activities that don't provide the right results. You risk decreasing productivity if you don't assign the right people to the right jobs. You wouldn't want to assign someone who excels in accounting to manage marketing. You can ensure operational efficiency and structure by organizing the resources. The day of the business does not begin in confusion as everyone scrambles to figure out what they are supposed to do as organizing executes the plan. So there are 4 ways on how to organize. First is to identify activities and classify them. Sorting objects. Sorting objects or tasks into groups and categories is a component of classifying and identifying. These are crucial because they help us understand connections and relationships among various objects. This covers the team's roles, the various duties that each role would have to carry out, and the particular procedures that each task would entail. Second is to assign the duties and resources. After determining the aforementioned, you would start organizing the resources. You would give the people you believe to be the most qualified the specific tasks. Third is to delegate authority and create responsibilities. Although power is concentrated in your hands as manager, that doesn't mean you should exercise total control. Managers shouldn't act like dictators. You might want to make sure the team leader has the power to make decisions in order to get the marketing campaign running smoothly. Delegating responsibility is necessary because it can guarantee the plan's effectiveness. And lastly, to coordinate authority and responsibilities. As well as delegating authority, you also need to coordinate it to match the overall functionality of the organization and the structure of the objectives. With delegating authority, you must also coordinate it to fit the organization's overall functionality and the objective structure. So for example, you might want 2 people to share the responsibility of organizing the price reductions, with each having the ability to respond to customers' queries.
Good day everyone, it's your boy Lore, and for today's video I'm going to report to you about the leading the hospitality and tourism industry, and I would also like to report the skills, both skills, the people skills and the business skills. I would also like to report the staffing in the tourism and hospitality industry, and I would also like to report the definition of staffing. So, without further ado, let's go. So, in leading the hospitality and tourism industry, um, so whenever we hear leading in the hospitality and tourism industry, the first thing that will come in my mind is being the manager. Yeah, you heard it right, the manager. So, the importance of the leadership qualities of managers in the tourism and hospitality industry today can't be overestimated. Yes, the recent economic downturn has made hotel accommodations a luxury item with many travelers, and its leadership will bring guests to the door. Manager who exhibits good leadership qualities can make or break businesses. Take note about that. It's either you can make it or break it. So, the leadership qualities in tourism and hospitality industry managers are similar to the qualities of leaders in other successful businesses. Yes, you heard it right. It's just similar. So, they both contain business skills and people skills. If you guys want to be a good leader, you must contain both skills, the people skills and the business skills. So let's talk about people skills. So people skills include fair play among employees, respect, problem solving abilities, and customer relation. So you must be fair among your coworkers, dili magpiniling. You must respect your colleagues and you must be good in solving problems. Yes. An effective manager is one who is respected by those who work for him or her. And perhaps the most important element in that respect is the perception among the employees that he is fair. Okay. The rules apply to everyone. Every employee should expect to be rewarded for their accomplishments and they must be punished for poor performance. So dapat walay dumtanay and walay paburay. Everything must be fair and square. And whether fairness is at the heart of the workplace or favoritism is part of the hotel's culture is evident to everyone on the payroll. So, giving respect to others is another fundamental way to get it. So, managers who is inherently respect their employees as important individuals and see them as part of the team find it much easier to command and respect in return. So, furthermore, managers who are willing to delegate responsibilities, avoid micromanaging, encourage achievement, and affirm good attitudes go a long ways towards creating an enjoyable place to work, di ba? So, it's may di ko na, no? And the result will be mutual respect between the management and their employees. Okay, respect ko sila, syaro di ko sila respect back. And heading off many pitfalls that plague managers. So, the importance of leadership of qualities manager in the hospitality industry to bring about mutual respect in the work environment is very critical. Yes, we have to admit it. Problem solving is a skill in which managers develop with a good mind, excellent verbal skills, and a flair for being the negotiator between competing interests. And most problems in the hospitality industry are between the employees, not with the equipment failures or even poor economy. Dili na, medyo na sa tao. So we must accept the fact that we humans, we're not perfect. So we commit mistakes and yeah, we have to admit it. And being able to identify the cause and underlying reasons for conflict between people will mean smoother sailing for everyone over the long haul. Customers' relations are a big part of the manager's responsibilities. Okay. Customer complaints should be addressed fairly for all concerned. An honest look at the complaint, especially when it involves an employee, is the best policy. Muna yung timan-an. If the customer is complaining unnecessarily or maliciously and the manager sides with the customer, he risks of losing the respect of his staff. Muna siya nga part ang pinaka-bugat para sa mga manager kay you have to choose imong timutungan whether to please your customer or to lose respect from your employee. Wala yung timanan. But, o pa siya naman, but as an unbiased manager, if the employee is right, back him up, back her up, defend him, defend her. If he is wrong, then take appropriate actions. So, the customers will not always go away happy, but it's worth losing him to gain the respect of your employees for being a manager who will back them up when they're right. If you want to be a good manager, you must understand the situation very well. And naano sa mong konsensya, dapat kung sakto mong tao, di dyan na ni mo biyaan. So, let's talk about the business skills. The importance of the leadership qualities of managers in the hospitality industry can't be underestimated when it comes to the business skills. Guys, wag kayo. Don't underestimate. These skills include a grasp of computer, technology, bookkeeping procedures, and business sense. And without all three, a manager can't be successful. Timan ina. Katong three ha. Dili siya. Dili successful if wala to. So, computer technology is much more than the wave of the future. It is how business is done today. Modern naman siya taron. Modern na siya. It is what it is. Communications, reservations, and record keeping are computerized. A manager doesn't have to be technician, but he does have to be competent with the keyboard. The computer has replaced the ballpoint pen. Gipalihan na jud taon tong mga kinaraan niya lista-lista sa una kaluoy pods. So, accurate bookkeeping is absolutely crucial. Watching and properly documenting the bottom line does more than provide the foundation of the business decision and taxes. It keeps the bookkeeper out of jail. Bantayan dito ninyo kay very important to. So, poor records make for the nightmarish audits and even criminal investigations. Books that don't balance can lead to allegations of theft or, at the very least, this professional incompetence. So, kana siya, professional incompetence is very wrong na siya kay, as what I've said earlier, that you must be very competent. So, business sense is the ability to understand the business end of the hospitality industry. So again, what business sense is? It is the ability to understand the business. So there is an element of the mysterious involved with inclinations and feelings seemingly coming out of nowhere at times that save the day. On the other end of the spectrum are the written policies and the procedures that must be followed. Timan ninyo, isuot yung utok brain. So, good managers combine the voice of experience with the sounds of business and practices to move ahead when there's opportunity, tackle challenges as they arise, and set the stage for growth. So, improving that, improve, and improve, and improve. That would be all. So, guys, let's talk about the staffing in the tourism and hospitality industry. So, staffing is a critical organizational function which consists of the process of acquiring, deploying, and retaining a workforce of a sufficient quantity and quality to create positive impacts of the effectiveness of the organization. So, it is one of the significant functions of the management. In our organization, it is the people which carry out the various of jobs which are needed for its functioning. So, from the word nga staffing, so musod jud sa to, utok ang word nga staff. So, if mo kuan ang staff mo, come up jud sa atong mind ang mga kuan work in that certain area. Kaya di ba, di man siya familiar, ay, di man siya new anang word ng staff. Kaya we all know nga, familiar na tanang word ng staff, kaya sige encounter na. So, let's proceed to the real definition of the staffing. Yeah. Staffing, definition of staffing. Let's go. So guys, let's talk about the definition of staffing. Based on our book, staffing is defined as the filling and keeping filled positions in the organizational structure. This is done by identifying the workforce requirements, inventorying the people available, recruiting, selecting, placing, and promoting, appraising, and planning the careers of compensating, training, developing existing staff or new recruits so they can accomplish their tasks effectively and efficiently. If you don't catch up what I've said, you can easily scan it in our book, on our book, page 201. So the definitions of staffing function is given by the different management experts. So these experts, namely Kunz and O'Donnell, Theo Hyman, and last but not least, McFarland. So let's go. So according to Kuntz and O'Donnell, the managerial function of staffing involves monitoring the organizational structure through proper and effective selection, appraisal, and development of the personnel to fill the roles designed into the structure. So, yeah, I'll give you 10 seconds to picture or screenshot that one. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good. So, according to Theo Hyman, staffing relates to the recruitment, selection, development, training, compensation, and subordinate the managers. I'll be giving you 10 seconds to picture or screenshot that one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. So, according to McFarland, staffing is the function by which managers build an organization through recruitment, selection, and development of individuals as capable employees. Yeah. So, I'll be giving you 10 seconds to picture or screenshot this one. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Video Heko, you are not alone. Mapreso ka. Agoy. Uh,
Now let's talk about the nature of staffing function. So, staffing is a persuasive activity. Why? Because it is performed by all the managers in all levels and in every department where the business activities are carried out. So next is staffing is continuous process. So it is continuous because it continues throughout the life of the organization, and it is required to meet the growing needs of the organization. So next is the staffing is an integral part of the management. So it is integral because the organization cannot exist without the human resource. So next, staffing deals with human being. So it deals with human being because they are concerned with the people who are at work and in their relationship. So next is importance of staffing. So first, filling a job with a competent personnel. So with a proper arrangement of people, proper recruitment of them, selection and the selection process, you will be able to obtain competent staff for various jobs. The next is better for performance. So the performance of the organization depends on the quality of the person who are at work. The function of staffing is to ensure that you get the right person at the right place at the right time. Next is survival and growth. So when all of the workers are competent and efficient, it will ensure the organization's existence, and it will ensure its survival and growth. So next is the process of staffing function. So function of staffing has 10 components. It has manpower planning, recruitment, selection, placement and orientation, training, development, promotion, transfer, appraisal, and remuneration. So manpower planning. Manpower planning is the very first step of staffing, which is also called human resource planning, and it consists of right number of people, right kind of people at the right place. So next is recruitment. Recruitment is the process of finding a potential employee of an organization. Next is a selection. Selection is a process of shortlisting a candidate, a potential candidate, and eliminating those who are not suitable for the job. So next is placement and orientation. So placement and orientation refers to the process of introducing the newly hired employee to the job for which he was hired for. Next is training. Training is a process of giving an idea to the newly recruited employee about what the work is about and how you do that. So next is development. So development refers to the opportunity of growth of the employee in an organization. And then promotion. Promotion is the process of giving an employee a raise of salary, designation, or both. So next is transfer. So transfer is a process of shifting an employee from one position to another without monetary benefit. And then appraisal. So appraisal is a process of checking the progress work done by the subordinates or the assistant. And then the last one is remuneration. Remuneration is the money or non-cash compensation an employee receives for doing their work, and it includes salary or wages, commission, incentives, and bonuses. So benefits of staffing. So staffing helps in getting the right people at the right job at the right time. It helps to improve the organizational productivity. It helps in providing job satisfaction to the employees, and it also maintains the harmony of the organization.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I'm gonna report the controlling function of management in the tourism and hospitality industry. So now let's talk about controlling. So controlling means validating if the activities occurring are in confirmation with the actual plans prepared and accepted, instructions issued, and principle established. Controlling is very important and it is also the integral part of everyday management because it is the process to help ensure the business success and stability, and it cannot be separated from the other functions. So now let's talk about the importance of controlling. So first importance of controlling is to strengthen the goal-oriented nature. To strengthen the goal of a business, the virtue of planning exists because planning is the most important goal-oriented attitude of the business. Because controlling the plan of the business, it maintains the strength of your goal. So next importance is achieving the goals. In order for you to achieve your goal, first and foremost, your employees must be goal oriented. They must understand the goal of your business. Like they will follow the protocols, the instruction given to in order nga kanang ma-synchronize lang ang inyong ang usa ka business, and that effort of your employees will directly towards will go directly towards achieving the goal of your company. So mo na siya, your employees must be goal oriented and also disiplinado sad sila. So, next importance is the optimum use of resources. Optimum use of resources is it ensures optimum utilization of resources and commands to create and also to create right climate for employees to put their best. Next importance is the facilitates a system of motivation. A control system is all about scrutinizing what was done with what should have been done. So, if your employees finish his or her work clearly, or kanang natuman niya imong commands iya nga mao ni siya ang goal nga akuan sa imong business, mag-facilitate kag mga rewards para ma-motivate pa sila sa sunod nila nga sa sunod sa next ko work nga imo ipabuhat sa ilaha. Like ma-motivate sila nga they will do their best more para makakuan na sa dani nga kuan na like pampagana na siya. So last importance is the maintaining discipline. A good control mechanism also allows for the maintenance of discipline within a business. I can say that maintaining discipline and achieving goals is like partners siya. Kay if your employee is your employee must not only goal oriented, but your employee must also have a discipline in his or her work para clean lang ang iyang trabaho sa imuhang clean lang ang trabaho nga mahitabo. Ina na siya. And also, if same as facilities a system of motivation, ma-motivate if naay disiplina ang imuhang employees, like then naidisiplina imong employees, so then mas ma-work niya ang iyang work in matrabaho niya iyang trabaho nga smooth lang, walay palpak sa iyang trabaho. So diha nimo siya matagaan og murag mga incentives, gifts aron ma-motivate pa siya og maayo nga mahatag pa niya ang best sa iyang trabaho kung imo na po siyang tagaan og lain nga work. So discipline is the first jud nga makuan kay para malihok, like he or she can do her or his work nicely. So now let's talk about the 4 steps involved in controlling function of management. So first, we have here the establishment of standards. So establishment of standards, like the creation, the standard the standard sa imong desire nga business, like hotel na resort ana siya. So example ana is if you plan to construct a 5-star hotel in the in 5 years, so ang imuha yung first nga need, ang imong first standard nga need jud ana is the construction of the building of your hotel, and also the financial para maka-buy sa materials nga need para sa imong hotel ana